They say silence is weakness, but in the hands of a soul that has found its strength, silence becomes the loudest roar, a force that shatters illusions and dismantles even the strongest ego without ever speaking a word. The power of withdrawal and inner stillness emerges as one of the most transformative forces in a dynamic with an avoidant X, for it speaks a language that cannot be countered with argument or control. When a connection fractures, the instinctive human response is often to chase, to plead for understanding, to seek closure through verbal exchange. Yet, in the realm of the avoidant personality, this reaction only serves to strengthen their ego, confirming their belief that they hold dominion over the emotional landscape of the relationship. True disruption of this dynamic does not arise from confrontation, but from an intentional retreat into silence, a withdrawal that is neither passive nor weak but rooted in profound self-possession. Silence creates a void, and a void is unsettling to an avoidant individual who relies on predictable responses to maintain psychological distance. When you step back, you deny them the familiar dance of push and pull, stripping away the stage upon which their ego thrives. It forces them to face the reality that they no longer have access to your emotional energy, a realization that shakes the foundation of their perceived control. This withdrawal is not a tactic of cruelty, but a form of personal alchemy, where pain is transmuted into power and vulnerability becomes the seed of transformation. Inner stillness complements this withdrawal by breaking the cycle of emotional chaos. It is a discipline that requires you to sit with discomfort rather than attempting to resolve it through interaction with the avoidant X. This stillness draws your focus inward, toward your own psyche, where shadows of attachment, longing, and unresolved wounds reside. By tending to these shadows in silence, you reclaim authority over yourself, making it impossible for another to wield your emotions as a weapon. To the avoidant X, this calm detachment is baffling, for it mirrors back their own emotional absence, but with one crucial difference: yours is chosen, not compulsive. In the absence of reaction, their ego finds no sustenance, and what once appeared as dominance begins to crumble. Withdrawal also interrupts the unspoken cycle of reinforcement that fuels their behavior. The avoidant personality often anticipates that you will seek connection despite their distance, feeding an unconscious belief in their superiority and indispensability. By refusing to play this role, you dismantle the script they rely upon. Each silent moment becomes an act of defiance, a quiet rewriting of the relationship dynamic that leaves their ego disoriented. As silence stretches on, a mirror is held before them, not one showing your pain or desperation, but one reflecting their solitude and inner void. In this mirror, they confront not only the loss of your presence, but the deeper truth that their avoidance no longer shields them from consequence. The power of withdrawal is thus a psychological earthquake that shatters illusions, not through noise or confrontation, but through the unmovable strength of inner stillness that refuses to be controlled or diminished. Elevating yourself beyond their narrative is a silent yet piercing move that dismantles an avoidant X's ego at its core because it disrupts the story they have constructed about who you are and where your worth lies in relation to them. Avoidant individuals often operate from a subconscious belief that emotional distance gives them power, a belief that is reinforced when their partners orbit around them, seeking approval or chasing fragments of intimacy. When you begin to rise, not by trying to prove them wrong through direct confrontation, but by quietly nurturing your own growth, you destabilize this belief system entirely. The process begins when you stop allowing their perception of you to define your identity. An avoidant X may unconsciously categorize you as dependent on them for validation, expecting that your self-esteem is tied to their presence or acknowledgement. By redirecting your energy inward, building skills, strengthening your mind, and pursuing passions that have nothing to do with them, you dismantle this narrative piece by piece. This evolution is silent yet undeniable, because transformation cannot be argued against. It can only be witnessed. As you progress, the image they once held of you no longer fits reality, and this dissonance gnaws at their ego. There is a profound psychological impact when someone they assumed would remain diminished instead rises to a state of independence and self-assurance. It confronts them with the uncomfortable truth that their perceived power over you was an illusion. The ego of an avoidant thrives on feeling untouchable, believing they are the center of gravity in your world. But as you expand your life and elevate yourself to new heights, socially, emotionally, and even spiritually, you shift that gravitational center back to yourself. And in doing so, you make their role in your story increasingly irrelevant. What makes this move especially potent is its quiet nature. There is no need for declarations, no dramatic demonstrations meant to catch their attention. Authentic elevation is self-contained and speaks through action rather than words. When they observe, directly or indirectly, that you are flourishing, building a life rich with meaning, surrounded by new opportunities and inner strength, they are forced to reconcile with a reality in which they no longer hold significance. This silent growth pierces deeper than any verbal confrontation because it bypasses defenses and strikes directly at the foundation of their self-concept. Elevating yourself also reframes the power dynamic. No longer seeking to be chosen or validated, you become the chooser, the one who defines value and direction in your life. This inversion of power is psychologically destabilizing for an avoidant ego because it undermines the superiority it once relied on. It is not about revenge or trying to elicit regret. It is about rising beyond the reach of their judgments and emotional withholding. In that silent ascent, you dissolve their narrative completely, leaving them to grapple with the emptiness of a control they no longer possess. Unseen detachment and emotional sovereignty form a silent force that profoundly unsettles an avoidant ex because it severs the invisible threads of emotional control that they once relied upon. In most relationships with avoidant individuals, there exists a subtle imbalance where one person unconsciously holds emotional power while the other seeks acknowledgement or resolution. This dynamic feeds the ego of the avoidant because it confirms that, despite their distance, they remain central to your inner world. The moment you step into unseen detachment, you dismantle this silent power structure without needing confrontation or explanation. Detachment does not mean hostility or resentment. It is a state of reclaiming your emotional freedom. It is the recognition that your peace no longer hinges on their actions, words, or presence. When you stop seeking closure or validation, you send an unspoken message that they no longer have influence over your feelings. This shift occurs quietly, often unnoticed at first, but its effects ripple deeply. The avoidant ex senses the change not because of anything you say, but because of the absence of energetic pursuit. The texts you no longer send, the reactions you no longer give, the emotional storms you no longer exhibit in response to their behavior. For someone whose ego thrives on being the unspoken reference point in your emotional landscape, this disappearance of attachment feels like a fracture in their perceived control. Emotional sovereignty enhances this detachment by establishing a new foundation within yourself where your emotions belong solely to you. In this state, you are no longer emotionally outsourced to them. You do not rely on their recognition to feel whole. The ego of an avoidant struggles when met with this kind of silent power because it upends the very mechanism that once allowed them to maintain distance while still feeling significant. This sovereignty acts as a mirror, reflecting back to them their own limitations and insecurities. They can no longer manipulate dynamics through withdrawal or avoidance because there is nothing left to withdraw from. Your emotional center has shifted inward, immune to their push and pull. The silent nature of detachment makes it even more disruptive because it denies them any narrative of victimhood or conflict to latch onto. They cannot accuse you of attack or blame because nothing overt has been done. Instead, they are left alone with the quiet reality that they no longer inhabit your mind or heart as they once did. This realization strikes at the core of their ego because avoidant individuals often subconsciously rely on the idea that even in separation they maintain an emotional hold. When that hold dissolves unseen, replaced by a self-sufficient presence they cannot influence or diminish, their sense of superiority collapses. Emotional sovereignty thus becomes a silent revolution, liberating you and simultaneously dismantling the very structure of egoic control that kept you bound to their avoidance. Refusing to enter their emotional labyrinth is an unspoken yet piercing act that gradually dismantles an avoidant ex's ego because it denies them the very stage upon which they craft their identity and control. Avoidant individuals often operate through complex emotional mazes, patterns of mixed signals, withdrawal, and intermittent affection that keep others perpetually uncertain and seeking clarity. These mazes are not accidental. They are unconscious defense mechanisms designed to keep true intimacy at bay while simultaneously ensuring they remain psychologically central to those entangled with them. When you silently refuse to step into this labyrinth, when you stop chasing explanations, stop decoding their silences, stop pleading for closeness, you shatter the foundation upon which their ego quietly rests. This refusal is not loud rebellion or dramatic confrontation. It is subtle non-participation. The labyrinth loses its power not because you solved its puzzles, but because you stopped walking its corridors altogether. This non-engagement leaves the avoidant X without the validation they unknowingly extract from your confusion and longing. Each unanswered riddle, each game left unplayed, each manipulative test met with calm indifference chips away at their inner conviction that they can pull you back into the maze whenever they wish. For someone whose ego partially relies on keeping emotional control from the shadows, this silent resistance feels like an existential threat. It shows them their influence is finite and fragile. The labyrinth itself thrives on reaction. When you respond with heightened emotion, anger, desperation, attempts at negotiation, you are, in effect, feeding the invisible walls that confine you. By withholding that response, by standing firm in emotional neutrality, you strip those walls of meaning. The avoidant X begins to notice that the tools they once used to keep you off balance no longer work, and this realization rattles their ego because it means they have lost the ability to dictate the tempo of your feelings. Without their usual methods of control, they are left exposed to their own unresolved fears of abandonment and intimacy, no longer masked by your efforts to fix or pursue them. This silent resistance also introduces a profound psychological inversion. What was once a one-sided dance of pursuit and withdrawal becomes a stillness they cannot manipulate. In that stillness, they are confronted with themselves, the very thing they have spent their life avoiding. The labyrinth they built to keep others emotionally captive now turns inward, trapping them in the realization that their strategies of avoidance no longer hold power over you. This collapse of control strikes at the heart of their ego because it dismantles the illusion of superiority they have constructed. They are forced to acknowledge, silently and without defense, that you have escaped their maze, not by breaking it, but by refusing to play within it. And in doing so, you have reclaimed your freedom, while leaving their ego wandering its own abandoned corridors. Flourishing in silence is the final and most transformative act that quietly dismantles an avoidant ex's ego because it transcends the dynamic of power and control altogether. Avoidant individuals often rely on a subtle psychological assurance that even after separation, you remain tethered to the memory of the relationship, still orbiting their presence through longing, sorrow, or attempts to reconnect. This belief bolsters their ego, allowing them to maintain a sense of superiority and influence even from a distance. The moment you begin to flourish silently, this illusion begins to collapse, for nothing strikes deeper at an ego built on avoidance than witnessing the one they thought they had emotionally subdued rising beyond reach. Flourishing is not a declaration meant to provoke or prove a point. It is a quiet metamorphosis that occurs when you pour your energy into self-discovery, healing, and expansion of life's possibilities. It is choosing to redirect the pain of abandonment into the fire of personal transformation. This growth does not need to be seen or acknowledged by them to be powerful, yet inevitably, through subtle channels of awareness or shared connections, they come to know that you have moved into a space of independence, joy, and strength that does not include them. The psychological effect of this realization is profound because it strips away their unspoken belief that you are emotionally diminished without them. In silence, there is no battle, no open rejection for them to defend against. Instead, they are confronted with an unspoken truth. You no longer live in the shadow of what they withheld from you. By flourishing, you become evidence that their attempts to maintain emotional control failed, that you are capable of building a meaningful life untouched by their avoidance. This is a quiet but undeniable blow to their ego because it invalidates the notion that they had lasting power over your destiny. True flourishing also carries a magnetic quality. It is not about showing off achievements or loudly proclaiming happiness. It is about embodying a state of wholeness that cannot be feigned or fabricated. This inner transformation naturally radiates outward through your energy, your relationships, and your presence, making it impossible to ignore even without direct communication. For an avoidant ex, seeing this transformation without having contributed to it destabilizes their self-image as the one who determines your emotional state. Perhaps the most unsettling aspect for their ego is that your flourishing is irreversible. Once you have discovered self-sufficiency and inner peace, you cannot return to dependency or desperation. The silent triumph lies in the fact that you did not seek revenge or validation. You sought yourself, and in finding it you have rendered their control meaningless. This quiet evolution leaves the avoidant ex face to face with their own limitations, realizing that while they withdrew to maintain power, you transcended the entire dynamic and became untouchable, a silent victory that echoes louder than any words ever could. It is not anger, not words, and not revenge that truly destroys the ego of an avoidant ex. It is the quiet power of your transformation. When you withdraw into stillness, rise beyond their narrative, detach unseen, refuse their emotional maze, and finally flourish in silence, you do more than escape their control. You transcend it. You reclaim yourself fully, leaving their ego to crumble in the shadow of the person they can no longer reach.